Hello and good day to you. My name is Sean Jump. I'm the Reference and Instruction Librarian at the Weeks-Townsend Memorial Library, and I'm going to be talking to you today for a little while about Usearch. Usearch is our new discovery tool at the library, and we believe it will make searching for all your academic resources a lot more efficient and powerful than it's been before. Some of you may be familiar with our older system. That was EBSCOhost, and that was pretty good. And Usearch has some similarities to EBSCOhost, but there are also some differences, and we think most of those differences are for the better. If you were used to using EBSCOhost, have no fear. Usearch will be pretty easy for you to pick up on. If you're completely new to searching academic databases and that sort of thing, don't worry. I don't think you'll have any trouble. And one thing I want to stress is that if at any point you have questions that you would like answered about using our resources in the library, be it Usearch or anything else, just contact us at the WTML and we will be very happy to help you. Alright, so Usearch, where is it and how do I use it? That's why we're here. So it's very easy to find. It's at the very top of the Weeks-Townsend Memorial Library homepage, so if you can get to the homepage, you can't really miss Usearch. So you can see here, there's the icon, the search bar. You could just type something in. You see what I've chosen to use as our sample search today, the saga Beowulf, which is a classic work of literature, and some of you may have read it already from one of your classes. If not, there's a good chance you will at some point. So I thought that was as good a candidate as anything else to use for a sample today. You could just type that in as a keyword and hit search, but probably you want to add a couple limiters to your search to start with. Specifically, one you almost always want to choose, I think, is the full text and print limiter. If you do not choose this limiter, then some of what you get back will be only an excerpt from a longer work, or just an abstract, or a bibliography. Things that there may be a use for, but most of us want a full-text article if we're going to be looking for an academic resource. We want to be able to read it all and print it out if we need to, and so on. We're also going to choose, at least to start out with, peer-reviewed journals as a limiter. What is a peer-reviewed journal? Peer review means that an article has been reviewed by experts in the field. This guarantees a certain degree of academic quality. And while it certainly does not mean that you are obligated to agree with the author's opinion, it does mean at least that the author knows what they're talking about, basically, and that their article is not just a fabrication. Most of your instructors will require that you use peer-reviewed sources as part of a serious research project. If you're only doing a personal essay or an opinion piece in class, then it may not matter. But for any sort of major research project, almost certainly your instructor will require you to have at least a couple of peer-reviewed sources. Catalog only, we're not going to choose for our discussion today. Catalog only would mean you would be searching the library catalog, but there is a UCAT feature down below that is actually the library catalog. So today we want to focus primarily on doing searches entirely in Usearch. So we'll ignore doing catalog-only searches and UCAT in general for the most part during today's discussion. So once you've got your limiters chosen and a topic, you can go ahead and hit search. So we will do that. And it'll take a few seconds for our list of results to come up. And here we are. The result list will vary widely depending on your search phrase and also your limiters that you've chosen. To start with, we've got almost 8,000 results on Beowulf. Now again, we chose full text and print articles that are scholarly or peer-reviewed. Did not narrow down the publication date. You can see over here on the side you've got some options. You can limit by source type. You can change the date. We're not going to mess with the date for this example because Beowulf is an article that is an item that many articles over many decades have been written about. So, but if you were, say, writing about a science topic or something in the medical field, probably you would want to change the publication date to within about the last 5 years. So, so what about this result list? You can see that most of them are available as PDF articles. Typically, articles will be available as either PDF or, in some cases, HTML, occasionally both. A PDF article is basically a photocopy online of the article, and HTML is a transcription of the article and may not look exactly the same as the original article, although the full text should indeed be there. We'll go ahead and look at this one just because it's handy. Beowulf's Poetics of Absorption, Narrative Syntax, and the Illusion of Stability in the Fight with Grendel's Mother. And you can see the publication information here. It's from 2015 by Evelyn Reynolds. We'll hit the PDF full text link. And again, we'll wait a few seconds. And eventually we get the entire article. This is just like having the journal in front of you. You can see that you can scroll up and down through the article. And you can choose to print the whole article. You can email it. You see over here on the side, you do have various options available for printing or emailing the article. You could choose to save the article to your folder if you want to go up here and sign in and create one for yourself. Perhaps my favorite feature in all of our databases are the citation helps. So this one right here in the middle, this little paper looking thing, that's our citation tool. If you click there, you will be given a citation for this article that you could plug into your references. So it lists all the major citation styles. So you could copy and paste this if you're using APA style into your references. MLA is a little bit further down. Usually, Union College will require either APA or MLA citation, although a few professors may use something different. But Chicago, Harvard, whatever, these are all available options. So again, the article is here for you to read, print out, email to your instructor, whatever you choose to do. If we go back to our result list, which you can do at any time, we may want to change up what we're looking for a little bit. So if you go down here, again, on the left side, you've got the option for Show More. We're going to limit our search this time to just ebooks. I want to quickly demonstrate an ebook for you. Electronic books are something that many of you are probably familiar with at this point. But if you're not, it's not hard to get used to them. Many of these ebooks, of course, will be versions, different translations, different texts of the actual poem Beowulf. But that's probably not what they're all going to be. For instance, here is Beowulf and the Grendel Kin, Politics and Poetry in 11th Century England. This would not just be the poem, it would be a commentary about it. So you're going to have a mix here. We'll just go ahead and open this one up, again, because it's handy, so I can show you what the inside of an ebook looks like. If you, again, are not used to ebooks, you'll probably get used to using one pretty quickly. So here's the cover. We have a cover illustration to start out with, very atmospheric, author's name on it. Over here on the left side, you have the publication info and also publisher permissions. These could be important. If you want to print some pages out, publisher permissions vary. In this case, the publisher was very generous. They'll let you print out up to 100 pages of this book. So that's kind of unusual. Most books won't allow that much, but of course Beowulf is not a new work, so that probably has something to do with it. Down here, you do see the contents of the book. So let's say you just wanted to read the introduction. you've heard there are some good insights in this introduction, and you just want to skip there. So here's the introduction, and it's just like having the book in front of you. You can use the bar at the side to maneuver within the book, or the arrows at the bottom of the page. So whatever you're comfortable with. And if you then wanted to, you could skip, for instance, to the bibliography. And these authors, scholarly authors, have to follow the same rules you do, or at least they should. Here is where this person got most of their information from. So again, if you have any questions about using an ebook that you find in the Discovery system, just let us know. We will be glad to help you. But let's say we want to change up our sources yet again. Wonder if there are any videos available for Beowulf. So we'll uncheck ebooks, and are videos an option? Yeah, you can see there's a lot of options, including audio. We'll do a search for videos though. So just make your selection, click update, and in a few seconds you have about 25 video resources for Beowulf. Here is Beowulf Episode 1. You can view this through our database, Films on Demand, which is our streaming video source. Most of our available videos will probably come from Films on Demand. Once the video comes up, in a few seconds here, you'll see it's kind of like YouTube. It's not difficult to use Films on Demand. You could just hit play, and the video will begin to play. Get the warning disclaimer there for viewer discretion. Then the video will load, and we will get underway. There are citation helps for Films on Demand as well. So right here where it says cite the video, just like citing an article, MLA style is what comes up first, but there's APA style. You can just copy and paste that and make sure that you verify it for accuracy. Let's say you don't want to watch the introduction to this show, you just want to skip to chapter 7. You can do that. Over here on the right side, you can skip between segments. Think of these as chapters on a DVD or in an ebook, and there you go. So this thing would go on for about 2 minutes, and you can always copy the URL and paste this into a project that you may be doing as part of a presentation. So videos are good for kind of spicing up your presentations and doing a little bit extra to make them a bit more distinctive. So you can always go back up here and do a new search. Your search will determine, of course, what kind of results you get back. So let's say you want to look up Beowulf and Christianity. You're going to get a different set of results for that. Still quite a few, got over 5,000 search results, but they're going to be different sources. At least some of them will be different. And again, available in the usual formats. And as always, you can play around with the material that's in your sources a little bit, like type and various limiters, and narrow it down to what works best for you. Remember, the first few things that come up may not necessarily be what you want to use. Just because the system pulls them up first, you may disagree with the system. Make sure that you review the articles before you plug them into your paper. So we'll go back to the home page here. Using Usearch is something we hope will be easy and productive for you. It's designed to be very user-friendly, and for the most part, we think it is. So, but again, any questions you might have, please feel free to let me or my colleagues know, and we will be very happy to assist you. We look forward to seeing how you put Usearch to work for you. Thank you for your time, and God bless.